Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel. Now, here's your host, the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing, Bad Brad Berkowitz. Forget about it.
Life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started into hum. Still, it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come.
Hey folks, the best is yet to come. Now, it's a beautiful night here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The last show we did, it was rainy. It was predicted, and we got a cold front though, believe it or not, in Tulsa. Usually it's in the triple digits. Excuse me, I gotta get some water here. I just came from the gym, and I'll tell you what, a little raspy, so give me a second. All right, some good water. Propel Berry, fantastic. All right, folks, I want to welcome all our new subscribers. I think we picked up about 10, 15 subscribers since the last show. So obviously you're enjoying it. You're sending in great questions. And I just did a show yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember now. He goes, yeah, it was yesterday, matter of fact. I had to do one again now so I could keep up. I sometimes get behind and I get people say, when is my question going to be on your show? Forget about it. So I'm doing another show tonight. Now, we constantly will tell you about our contest, because it's still going on. When we hit 1,500 subscribers, 1500, I'm going to give away this great book, courtesy of the RSR Video Email Bag Show on the Ringside Report Web TV channel. Say that backwards 102 times, I dare you. And what's so good about this book, Mike Tyson's Undisputed Truth, that I always have to do this because the page never stays, it is autographed by the one, the only Mike Tyson. So, what do you have to do to win it? Hit that button in the top right-hand corner and subscribe. Subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your mother-in-law to subscribe. Tell your cousin-in-law to subscribe. Tell your dog to subscribe if he can hit the freaking button with his paw. Forget about it. Now, if you want to be on my next show, which it seems a lot of people lately want to be on my show, send your questions in to ringsidereport2014 at gmail.com. Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Leave your comments below. I had some good comments on my last video. Always respectful of your opinions, even if you disagree with me, that's fine. I don't want you to agree with me if you don't agree with me. That's fine. I want you to have your own mind, okay? Tilt that fedora. And this is one of my new fedoras that my lady got me. Thank you so much again, Deb. Love you, babe. Now, check us out on Facebook. And the forum name is Ringside Report. Over 27,400 plus or 500 plus members strong. Some legends in there. Check us out on the internet, ringsidereport.com. Check out the entertainment side of the house, Newsbreaker with a Z, newsbreaker.com. And finally on Twitter, Newsbreaker, again with a Z, PR, Papa Romeo for your military types. Send me a follow and I'll follow you back. Forget about it. Now, one more time, hit that button and subscribe. Subscribe and subscribe again. So, without further ado, forget about it. Let's get into your great questions tonight. First up, Bad Brad, I couldn't agree with you more with your thoughts on your last show about Adrian Broner. Wasted potential. I think of the movie line from The Bronx Tale. Great movie, pal. Great movie. I'm an Italian American and love the Italian stuff you do on your show and talk about. I wanted to see if you knew a fighter who was Italian and also acted in movies named Lee Calnito. What can you tell me about him, and do you know where he is today? Thanks, Vincent P. from Queens, New York. Oh, Queens in the house, my old stomping grounds. Forget about it. Well, Vincent, that's a new name. Vincent P. Welcome to the show, pal. Yes, I do know, not personally, Lee Calnito. He was in the 1978 movie with Sylvester Stallone, Paradise Alley, played one of his brothers. Armand Assante was the other brother who walked with a cane. I think that might have been Armand Asante's first movie. If not, it was one of his very first. A great actor who played John Gotti. Everybody gave him props there. Outstanding actor, Armand Assante. Lee Calnito, I believe he was undefeated. He was a heavyweight fighter. And what happened, and Angelo Dundee told me the story. Sylvester Stallone took him to Hollywood, and Lee kind of got full of himself, and Sylvester Stallone kind of made him his flunky, washing his cars and doing flunky jobs. and he really didn't pursue his career. But Angelo trained him at one time, and he got enamored with himself, and his career kind of went downhill. I don't know if he lost or not, that I can't remember. I think he was undefeated, but his career went nowhere, and his acting career went even as well went nowhere either. Where he is today, I don't really know. For some reason, I think he's in Texas, but I'm not for sure. All right, Google him Google him, his name, I should say, on the net, and you probably come up with something on him. All right, pal? Thanks for your question. Write in anytime. Next up, Bad Brad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish I could dance with you on a disco floor. I already know who this is, folks. I'm sure it's going to get better. All right, 5, 6, 7. When I see you on your show, it's like I went to hottie heaven. All right, Vay, my sugar, and I know who this is, my blue Jew. I know who this is, young lady. All right. Yes, yes, yes. It's your favorite Meshuggah and the Blue Jew, Janice. How are you, my Mr. Forget About It man? Dad sends his regards. I want to ask you about a fighter named James Quick Tillis, who he pointed out to me the other night when we watched The Color Purple. Dad said he made a young, in his prime Mike Tyson pack his lunch in their 1986 fight. Hugs and kisses, Janice from the Bronx. Oh, Boobala. How are you, Janice from the Bronx? How you doing, darling? Always good to hear from you, I should say. Always good to hear your dad's doing well. I know he had that period when he wasn't feeling so well. James Quick Tillis. What can I tell you about James Quick Tillis that I haven't said on so many other shows? He's family to me. We go back to 1980. Trained at the same gym in Allen Park when he was getting ready for his title shot on October 3rd, 1981 against Mike Hercules Weaver. He lost a unanimous close decision. Problem with Quick was he had all the potential in the world, all the skills in the world. He was not as great as Muhammad Ali. Don't misquote me. But he had a lot of Muhammad Ali in him. What happened was he had a breathing problem that wasn't diagnosed until the Mike Tyson fight, so he really couldn't live up to his full potential because he would be winning fights and then he'd get stopped or he'd lose the decision or whatever the case might be. But he was so close in beating Weaver that night, so close. I did have him losing the fight, very close decision. Like I said, unanimous. Looked great against Mike Tyson. I scored it for Mike 6-4, but that was watching it on TV. When you're ringside, it could have been closer. There's a lot of people that think Quick beat Mike Tyson that night. But, you know, Mike Tyson was a cash cow, and he probably, you know, is fighting in his hometown, and with the benefit of the doubt was going to go to Mike Tyson. Great guy. He's still around. He just turned 60. The big 6-0 last month. Okay? Wonderful guy. If you want to pick up any of his memorabilia, go to jamesquicktillis.com. You can get autographed pictures. You can get his book autographed and other things. Great guy. He's family to me. Him and his wife, Vanessa Quick Tillis. Okay, great people. They were at our house here a couple years ago, and we should be seeing him soon. He just got put into the Hall of Fame in California. So, can't say enough great things about him. My blue Jew Janice, to you and your dad. So on that note, folks, we're going to take a short commercial break. BM Jewels of London, your maker of custom fine jewelry, is the place that you want to make your next purchase. The owner, Raymond Mumford, who's one of the most beloved men in boxing circles across the pond, is the one you want to reach out to. And when you do, make sure you tell him Bad Brad sent you. Forget about it. Hey folks, this is Bad Brad Berkwick, the host of the RSR Video Email Bag Show, Forget About It. And I want to talk to you about an exciting opportunity to advertise or sponsor on my show. If you're interested, send serious business inquiries to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Again, that's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Forget about it.
Excuse me?
What?
Aren't we supposed to be doing a shoot for your book ad?
Yeah, but I'm reading right now. I'm reading an interview in my book with James Quick Tillis. And I tell you what, I didn't realize I did a heck of an interview.
And
I guess we do need to do this book ad.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, here's the book. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Me. Forget about it. All right, there it is on the back. Okay, and on the front. Now, how do you order this book? You go to authorhouse.com and you'll pick it up wholesale. You'll save a few fazools, forget about it. But if you want to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, you can do that too. You're just going to pay retail that way. Now, for all the folks that ask me, yes, I will take this book here if you mail it to me and cover postage and handling to Tulsa and to wherever you live in the world. I will personally autograph your book. Again, Boxing Reviews of a Lifetime by the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad bread out. All right, folks, we're now back. And if you went to the moon, or you went to Bottomland, or you went to Nevada, or heck knows, you went to Anchorage, Alaska, and you were hanging out with Sarah Palin because you could see Russia from that moron's backyard, and you forgot who the hell I am. I'm the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it, Bad Brad Berkowitz. And this is another RSR video email bag show on the Ringside Report web TV channel. So make sure you hit that button and subscribe, because you win that great autograph book by Mike Tyson when we hit 1,500 subscribers. Now, let's get to the remainder of your great questions tonight. Next up, Bad Brad. Though I'm a huge fan of Floyd Mayweather Jr., I have to give you props because though you cannot stand him personally, you always acknowledge his greatness in the ring. I want to ask you, who do you think will win between FMJ and in his prime Tommy Hearns at 147? Aussie Jack from Brisbane, Australia. I can't get it out. Let me get some water. Help me with that raspy voice of mine. Aussie Jack from Brisbane, Australia. Well, Aussie Jack, welcome back, pal. Forget about it. Great question. Floyd Make It Rain Mayweather Jr. against Tommy Hitman Hearns at a Crown Gym at 147 welterweight in Tommy's prime. Okay, let me give you a comparison. Tommy fought Wilfred Benitez, and I believe it was 1982. I think it was December of 82, but I could be off on a month. It was definitely 82. And Tommy won a unanimous decision. Good fight. Wilfred Benitez, one of, if not the greatest defensive fighter in the history of boxing. El Radar, they called him. Tommy beat him. He was a boxer, more of a boxer than he was a puncher. Even though he could knock you out, he was much more of a boxer. Tommy could knock you out one punch into next week. Floyd can punch. He's got a little bit of pop, but he started at a lower weight, as we know, and he moved up to 147. So 147 was not his natural weight. So I'm going to say this. Floyd could do some cute things with Tommy, and Tommy would have to make some adjustments like he did with Sugar Ray, because he boxed Sugar Ray in that first fight and he was winning till he got a little bit tired and changed up, and Sugar Ray got him and then wound up knocking him out in that 14th round. Tommy was ahead in the scorecards. I see the fight going back and forth for the first couple rounds. Floyd, doing a shoulder roll, good defense, boxing. Maybe even giving a little bit of a clinic, but Tommy's in it at all times. But when the middle rounds come, I see Tommy making an adjustment, figuring Floyd out, like all great fighters do, catching him and putting Floyd to sleep. Now, I know Floyd has never been knocked out, but he's never been hit with the power of a Tommy Hearns. Now, people said back in the day that Floyd avoided Paul Williams. I don't know if that's true or not. Paul was a good fighter, not a great fighter, but a very good fighter. He had some pop in his punches. I don't believe Floyd was avoiding him, but maybe he was. But I consider Paul Williams a poor man's version of Tommy Hearns. He had the same height, and there was a lot of comparisons. There's no comparison. They're night and day. Night and day, Tommy was the much better fighter than Paul. And Paul was very good. Tommy was a legend. So I see Tommy stopping Floyd probably between 8, 9, or 10. And remember, it's going to be a 15-round fight. Okay? But either way, Tommy stops Floyd late in the fight. Okay? There's your answer, Aussie Jack. Welcome back. Send your questions anytime, pal. Last question tonight goes to Bad Brad. Thanks for always calling out, the circus act, as you call it, between Mayweather Jr., and McGregor. I know it's all about the money, but as I love the sport of boxing for many years and detest this garbage. I wanted to get your thoughts on GGG versus Alvarez, which I can't wait to see. To be honest, I'm surprised Oscar Fishnet de la Hoya, oh man, you going for the juggler, man, finally let his red-headed cash cow face Triple G, but they only waited a few years for him to get older. George P. from Miami Beach, Florida. Well, George P., welcome to the show, pal. Miami Beach, Florida, another one of my old stomping grounds from 75 to 84. I'm happy to see the fight. I've talked about this fight many times already because I get asked about it a lot on my show. I see Triple G stopping Canelo possibly late or a decision. Can Canelo win the fight? Absolutely. He's a great fighter, but I think Triple G is a better fighter. Okay, and I think Triple G is not going to look the same that he did against Danny Jacobs. He's going to be coming there much better than he did, and I think he's going to give Canelo fits. Now, can he knock Canelo out? Sure, if he catches him, but it's probably likely to go to a decision. But I'm not saying that he won't knock him out. I see it a hard-fought decision over, say, a knockout, but it could be one, over Canelo Alvarez. But if Canelo beats Triple G, he definitely notches his place in the top 2 or 3 in boxing today. Either way, I'll pay for it. I'll pay my fazools for it. Oscar Fishnet Stockings, as you said, down the line, did wait for Triple G to get older, but I'm going to go with Triple G by a close but unanimous decision over Canelo Alvarez. All right, folks, one more time. Make sure you hit that button in the right-hand corner and subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who spread the word, and so on and so on. That's another show in the can, as we always say. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.